Coming straight out of Ecamm. This is a jam with the Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam is the name of the jam. This is a jam with the Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam is the name of the jam. This is a jam with the Ecamm fam.
Well then. Okay, stop. Well, that was dumb. I wasn't trying to do that. Anyway, we're going to be here now. Let's do it. All right, today, gang, we're going to go through the basics. Come on. We're going to go through the basics of Ecamm for Zoom. And the reason why we're going to do that is so that you guys can all be prepared for next week when the party starts. Okay? So, never mind the short intro. Let's just dive in. I personally don't even like intros anyway. Anyway, let's get after it. All right, let's see. Move this. I can see comments. There's Niels. There's everybody. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and press this button. Boom. All right, listen. This is intended to make your life simpler. So the first warning that I'm going to give to everybody who is going to be ready for Ecamm for Zoom, first of all, the beta is available now, and I highly suggest you mess with it over the weekend before the real deal Holyfield launch happens, because once you switch, you're going to be like, I don't know how to. So no, not allowed to do that. And the other thing, when you download EFZ, you do not have to delete or get rid of your original version of Ecamm. Go into your applications folder right now and just right click on the icon and rename it Ecamm Normal or Ecamm Regular or Ecamm Old School or Ecamm Paul instead of Ecamm Old. Renaming it is not going to affect the program. You can rename the program. When you download EFZ, put it in the same folder and name it Ecamm for Zoom. That's what I did. Okay. Okay. So that way, when you go into your little applications folder over here, I don't even see where mine is down here. It says Ecamm for Zoom. Hopefully, the Mac OS allowed you to see that. And then you have. Let me try that again. I have my regular one is over here somewhere. I got lots of apps. Here, I know what to do. In the search thing, let's just type Ecamm. See, I got Ecamm Virtual Camera. That was when we were testing Virtual Camera, and then Ecamm for Zoom. So you can name it whatever you want to name it. It's perfectly fine. The other thing that we're going to do first, before we get started, is you're going to come over here, and you're going to go to your profiles, and you're going to export your profile. A little window's going to come up, and we're going to call this Ecamm Demo. And against my better judgment, we're going to drop this on the desktop for a second, and you're just going to export it. And here's your profiles. So that way, when you do the changeover, nobody says Ecamm ate all of my profiles, okay? Now, I can't switch to my other profiles right now because I'm live. The last thing that you're going to do is you're going to grab all of these scenes right here. You're going to select them all just like such, and you're going to grab it and drag it to a folder on your desktop or to your desktop. Now, because I stuck that there, they all ended up in a little stack, but hey, let go of each other. You can go and put these guys somewhere safe. And so for every profile and every scene, really just saving the profiles is enough, but I don't trust myself. I don't trust you. Do every freaking scene. Do every profile and every scene and place them somewhere. Now, that right there hurts my feelings, so we will 86 that because that is not, How y'all people live with icons on your desktop? What is wrong with you humans? Okay, so I have my Ecamm media library. So normally right here, I have this all sort of set up. So all I would need to do is go in here and take all of my scenes, and I could just drag those and turn them loose, and they'll land into my little scenes folder. And then I could do my export the current profile and say export to the desktop, which I'll do real quick. And then I'll pick that up and drop that into the profiles folder. And once that is finished copying over, I can delete that and move it to the trash. So now I have all my scenes, all my profiles, everything is safe. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, this is not an app problem. This is you have too much stuff. Clean it out first. It's just, I mean, it is what it is. You got to clean it out first. If you got too much stuff and you don't have enough space on your computer, you will get that, but then you just clean it out. So, like in this particular scene right here where I was, boom, all of this right here is not real. So I could take all of that and delete it. So just clean your scenes before you export them. Anyway, there we go. So we got your export situation squared away. Now you're going to download. You're going to come over here. You're going to hit download Ecamm Live Beta. Next week, it'll just be, the new version of Ecamm Live. But either way, I highly suggest you play with the beta over the weekend. Especially all of you people that quote unquote have critical things to do and quote unquote this next stream you got coming up is the one that's going to make you a millionaire and so forth, so on, etc. We're giving you the contingency plans ahead of the game. All right. So, yes, that's the other thing that you could do if you have a problem because your scenes are psycho. Just export them one at a time. You don't have to do what I did. You can click one, drag, click one, drag, click one, drag, and then click one, drag. That is the exact same thing as selecting them all and drag. I mean, those methods are absolutely that. Let's highlight. My OCD is working overtime. Okay, so yes, Paul is correct. You can just drag them out one at a time. So anyway, so now that we have that, we have the backup copy. We have made a backup copy of all of our scenes. We made a backup copy of all of our why am I dumb? We made a backup copy of the program. Bingo. We made a backup copy of the scenes. Yes. We made a backup copy of the profiles. Yes. All right. Gangster. And now we're good. So you're going to open up Ecamm for Z. And then you're going to see a new window. The new window will look like such, right? So over here, what we're going to do is we're going to create a new meeting. And then I will use, I can use my personal ID. We'll make a new one. It is thinking. It is launching Zoom Workplace. It has screamed out recording in progress. Let me go grab that from the other monitor and bring it over here. All right, so here's my new Zoom window, right? And unfortunately, right now, you're seeing me because that's the way it is. If I do hide self-view, that will fix that problem temporarily. But for right now, we're just going to leave it like such. Maybe I wouldn't do this normally, but I'm going to do this for hiccup for today and see if this works. Let me try this. Nope, didn't work. Nope. 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 All right, I got to go back to my virtual cam. Is what it is. It was worth a try. Anyway, so your virtual cam thing won't normally see you doing you. I just have this because I'm in demo mode. All right. So now all I need to do is invite some people to this meeting, right? So I can just hit the participation and then I can copy my invite link and then I can go over here to the Slack and I'm going to invite in some folks. Now, before they all come bombing in here, let me move this window out the way temporarily. And then I'm going to show you some stuff in the back end of Ecamm. Over here in the Zoom tab, your mileage may vary. Okay. I have my auto admit Zoom participants set to never. Auto add Zoom participants as a camera source set to never. right? Then I have my capturing mode set for live streaming or recording. You can do whichever. Um, I have my Zoom audio processing disabled. Okay. And then I have Zoom chat, Ecamm comments, reaction window square, and I have my manual audio mode disabled. Now, the thing that I wanted to say before, and I almost forgot, is knowing that you're about to do something crazy, I highly suggest you do what I did. The Rodecaster Pro is sitting right there. It is not connected right now. I am using the simplest form of audio possible. Okay? Until you get your bearings and you understand how to route audio, I highly suggest you go to the simplest audio format possible. After you figure that out, then you can get cute with your Rodecaster Pro. So I purposely, Rodecaster Pro is over there minding his business. I put in a USB mic. This is as simple as possible because you need to wrap your head around what's changed. Okay? If you can set yourself up in that situation, you will be fine. If you try to go straight to using your Rodecaster Pro or your other special mixer that you still barely know how to use because you haven't read the instructions, I will highly suggest bring it down to the simplest form first. The first thing you learn how to cook is a fried egg. Let that marinate. I'm looking directly at my friend Scott. Hi, Scott. I love you. Straight to USB mic first. Work from there. Okay? All you guys with the fancy setups, you guys are going to be the loudest screaming. My thing doesn't work. I'm hearing all kind of this and that and the next thing. And let me untwirl that. I highly suggest, because Paul did this to me, and I was like, no, Paul, unplug the Rodecaster Pro, and let's start from basic, and then we'll plug the Rodecaster Pro back in, and we'll work from there. Okay? I've been saying this forever, Mark. They don't listen to me. They just don't. Okay, so let's go back to over here. All right, so in my little Zoom meeting right here, it says, boom, 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 I have 2 people in the waiting room. If I hit on anticipations, open. Oh, you know what? My windows aren't docked. Haha. So I'm going to admit Neil, and then I'm going to admit Paul, and then those guys are here. I'm going to set my view for gallery, and then I'm going to turn off hide self view for a second, just so you can see that they're all here. Okay, now I'm going to put these guys back over here. I'm kind of ignoring them right now. In Ecamm, I have, come here. In the Zoom window, it says Neil and Paul. So I'm going to do is add Neil, and then, and I'm going to add Paul. Boom, boom, boom. So now they're here, okay? I'm going to move this participation window over here, and I'm going to open up this, and then we're going to make a new scene. Now, you know I have a background. Yours is going to come like this. Actually, unless you've listened to me, yours is going to start like this. Don't do that. Open up your preferences. Set your video to default source mode to blank. I don't say there's a lot of rules in Ecamm. That's one of those rules. Default source mode blank. So if I'm here, Command-Shift-B will get you there. I got my little gradient. I'm going to go back to my purple. I don't know why Neil had me messing around with this blue thing. Damn it, Neil. Then in my camera window, I have a camera switcher here. Actually, I never tried this yet. Let's see if this works. What if I grab Paul by the forehead and drag him in? Oh, snap, it works. Okay, there you go. So I always do it from here. I always come down here and look at my camera switcher, and then I would add, I would add this camera to say Neil, and then I'd plus up another placeholder camera, and I would add this camera to say Paul. But then you can see I can also drag Neil from the camera switcher, or I could drag Neil from the Zoom switcher. They're all the same. All right, so let's undo that. We don't want these 2 old guys on the screen. First thing we're going to do, and just to show you how this works, I'm going to grab myself. Wow, that did not, you know what I meant. Stop saying that, Paul. I know what you're thinking. And then I'm going to select, let's do custom. And then I'm going to put it here and go about like this. All right. So now if I pick up Neil and drop it, he'll come in the same size. We should do it from oldest to youngest. So we'll put Paul over here. Wait, I'm going to pretend to be younger than Neil. All right, what you have here now is what they call a backwards Oreo. But that's it. Okay, Neil, let's see if I got our audio situation straight. Let's bring this up. Let me move this Zoom thingy out the way for a second. Now, I got my audio here in the middle, and I have interview guests and I have Zoom guests. All right, Neil, you can do your sound check first.
Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. How is everybody?
Okay, so Neil is coming in, and you guys might not hear that because Neil is currently coming through the Rodecaster because of the way I had my thing set up prior. So I'm going to bring this over, just so you guys can see, and then I'm going to click on audio in here, and I'm going to change this to Shure MV7. Now you can hear it, correct?
Hopefully. Hello.
Yes. So you guys let us know if you can hear Neil and how Neil sounds. And then what about you, Paul? I don't hear Paul. He's muted, talking to himself. Try again.
Test 1, 2, 3.
You're coming. Your microphone is your Mac microphone.
Sounds like it.
Why did I pick moderators? Because they know what they're doing.
Is that see that I did this to prove this is an example of troubleshooting.
Good answer, Paul. That was quick, bro. I gotta give it to you. That was super quick. You were right on point.
Has nothing to do with me being old.
Well, even like I have my stuff set up for the Rodecaster, and I totally forgot to change it even before we started. But I mean, there's nothing to panic, right? This is very important that you know to go down the chain. So Tommy said that it even came out the Rodecaster when I had the Rodecaster set up too, which is cool. That's cool, Tommy.
The other thing to keep in mind too is there were a lot of windows, so things that may get blocked, and that's what happened to me. My Ecamm site got blocked and I couldn't see my sound level. So just be aware that there's going to be a few extra windows when you start using Ecamm for Zoom.
Yes, put this window in the most prominent place for your eyeballs to know where it is. I have a setup. I know where my stuff is, and I keep it like this. But keep your windows in a place where you will be able to find those windows, and then you'll be good. Now, this is what's going to confuse the living pants out of everybody. It's still confusing to me, and I consider myself a highly intelligent individual. First of all, I can't do that. I was going to take off live demo mode, but it's not going to help. Okay, so this particular window, actually, let me try something. I'm going to try something a little bit weird, and then let me make another scene, and then do a screen share, and then go like this, and then primary display, pick Ecamm for Zoom meeting. I got the right one. Okay, and then we're going to go like that. And we're going to go like this. And we're going to place that up here, and then we're going to embiggen it to that embigged. And then we're going to take Neil, and we're going to unembiggen him because he's weird.
Thank you.
Don't pick on the foreigners.
Oh, yeah, they get mad.
He's in a different time zone.
He is drinking a martini.
No, it's sparkling water, unfortunately. But
okay, so in here, this thing about the original sound for musicians on or off, It's labeled weird. It doesn't make sense. It drives most people crazy. You know what, fam? I can't remember which is which, but I don't think about it. I just toggle it until it works. It's either working, you flip it and it works, or it's not working, you flip it and it works. Just flip it. Like, I have tried for a while to wrap my head around it and it makes no damn sense. So, similar to that person that lives on the other side of the house, I don't try to know what it is. I just follow it. Nobody repeat that. How's my nice mug?
Where are you sleeping tonight?
Dude, I've been on the couch for a week anyway. I don't want to catch any weird communicable COVIDs. That's why my body is killing me. Anyway, so just remember that you may or may not have to toggle this. And I really don't, it boggles my mind. Like, it makes no sense because the verbiage is wrong. So currently I have original sound for musicians on. I will say, and he's going to kill me for saying this, if you insist on needing to know why, you don't know how electricity works, but you plug crap into the wall every day. If you insist on being that person that needs to know why, ask Daniel. Other than that, just toggle it until it works. I mean, because you can drive yourself crazy trying to figure it out. I don't think it's worth the drama. Let me do one other thing here. And I'm going to open up the audio settings. And then go back to live demo mode for splits. Move this out the way. And then I want to try something. Will this work? I wonder. I want to try something. That won't work. I'm going to fake it, though. Look at that. That is horrible, dude. That is super horrible. Okay, so in here, under audio, I have my speaker as my USB microphone. I have my microphone as the system, which is the Zoom virtual mic. I don't think it matters if I switch it to this MV7, whatever. It's working right now, so don't mess with it. Under my audio profile, I have all of this stuff unchecked, right? I don't mess with any of this. And then, required for multiple instruments and hey, this is new. When did this come out? Recommended for multiple instruments or voices in different locations. Live performance audio. I'm not pressing that. Did you know? Have you tried that? Any of you?
I haven't tried it, but I'm aware of it. It's for low latency workflow, so when you're sharing songs and collaborating online in a band, apparently.
Oh, well, I guess we're gonna have to start the band back
really
up.
well.
Let's fire up the band. I have a ukulele over here. I don't know what you guys got.
I got a keyboard.
I have a cat.
A what? A cat? Paul is coming to you live on the what do you call that? A British short hair tuxedo cat. Is that the right name for it? I forgot what you call it.
He's a tuxedo. Yeah.
Let's
American
see.
short hair.
Oh, British short hair. That would be Neil.
But he's pretty
Call
quite
worse.
short.
All right. Now, I'm not going to mess with any of this. You guys are going to literally have to check these, but like try background removal to see if it works, or try original sound to see if it works. You're going to have to actually do tech checks. All of you guys that insist on not doing tech checks, you're in for a world of hurt. If you actually do your tech checks and follow your systems, these might work. So for instance, on my system, you'll see that I am getting warnings about echo. And that's because I have my speakers, I have large 5-inch speakers on either size, and then it'll work. Mark, this is not remote control. Mark thinks I'm Siri. Here, let's see what it says. Enables in-zoom option that disables zoom noise suppressions, remove high-pass filter, and automatic gain control. There you go, Mr. Huff. Boom. Huff, Mark Huff. All right, so this is working. Now, let's go do the crazy thing. and I'm going to switch back to my normally scheduled Rodecaster. All right, this might break everything. Nobody freak out. First things first, I'm going to switch Ecamm to Rodecaster Duo. Oh, first of all, I better turn off my speakers because that's going to make a noise. And then I'm going to grab this. 1, 2, turn it on. Wake up, Maggie, I think I got something to say to you. All right, now I'm going to switch Ecamm to Rodecaster Duo Chat. 1, 2. Okay, that's working. And then in Zoom, where'd you get coffees from, Paul?
Magic.
Okay, so now I have that over there. I'm going to chink this out. Wait. Can you hear
Don't
me,
break
Paul?
my cup.
Okay, I heard
Now
Paul.
I'm hearing slapback.
You are hearing slapback. What about now?
Testing 1, 2, 3. Yes, they still hear me slapping back.
Yeah,
See?
I hear him too.
This is what happens when I changed it to protect you guys. What
That's when
about
you make
now?
me speak first. Testing 1, 2, 3. No, I don't hear it now.
Okay, so I switched the speaker to Rodecaster Duo Chat, and the reason for that is that puts on the mix minus Chananu, right? And so then you don't hear any feedback. I think we're good now. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now. The Funk Soul Brother. Okay, so now that this is working, I can return to my regularly scheduled SM7B. Tommy said, no slap. No slap. All right, now we switched over to our regularly scheduled SM7B, and we should be gravy. How come I don't hear me? I do hear me, but I'm just quiet.
I hear. Yeah, you did get a little softer.
Oh, you know why? Because I forgot to do this. Now, I am back at Unity Game. Do I sound like I'm ready for Christmas?
Yeah, you sound like Loud Doc now.
Okay, so you see, yes, Tommy, this is the Rode Interview Pro. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I like it a lot. All right, so now the next thing that we're going to try is Bingo Bango Pickle Mango. Paul and Neil will send comments from the Zoom window. My RCP is plugged into USB-C port 1. It technically doesn't matter, but it's in 1. If I were going to do 2, it'd be because I'm going to add my MacBook Pro as the other thing. So now you'll see that Paul says, greetings from California, A. And then Neil said, I should be sleeping right now, but I stayed up for this mess. Oh, very nice. Even with your great way to spend a Friday, right? So you see the Zoom comments just work. They come in on screen. Now, Neil, what happens if you share something? Wait, I got to turn that on. I think I have it turned on. Nope, it's on. All anticipations is turned on.
1 second, let me just minimize some stuff. So let's bring up a Chrome window or something. 1 sec.
Don't show that window where we were chatting about Doc.
I don't care.
No, that's secret.
I have no feelings. You guys can say anything about me you want. It will not hurt my feelings in any way, shape, or form.
You want me to
Scott,
tell how old
why
you really are?
do you have to run it out of 2? What is the reason for such? I am curious.
Okay, so I should come in as another camera. Let me share my something. Share.
Share my something.
Share my
You guys,
something.
this is
Okay.
your opportunity to ask whatever questions you wish to ask about this. And yeah. Okay, so now Neil's share my something comes in as a camera. Let me pop this over here. Let me move my melon, and I'm gonna place it here, and I will just embiggen it over that. So this is Neil sharing screen share through Zoom. So if you notice in the window down here, it says Neil Pheromone is sharing. So that is Neil sharing from there, and it works fine. Now, I haven't tested this at all, Neil. Not something that I do. Have you tried playing something with audio from your sharing? Like, do you have Epidemic?
I have something else. Just let me stop sharing and I'll... In fact, let me just take a look.
Do not open that tab with the yellow and black colorway.
That's okay. Let me just log in.
Oh, I have Upbeat. I don't have it connected to this channel, so we'll try not to get in trouble.
Right. Okay.
Look,
let me just place it
see,
down.
Scott actually read the manual, and Mark, let's give him credit for reading the manual. There we go.
You want me to play something?
Yeah, just try. No regrets.
Did that work? or
Okay,
not?
we do not hear anything coming from Neil's share, so I think let's try stop the share again, and then when you turn it on, make sure you check play sound.
Okay.
Let's see if that works. So that way, remember, folks, if someone's going to share, there's a button for them that asks them to optimize for sound and optimize for noise.
Okay. I'll try again.
Nope.
Nope.
It might be because I'm actually using... I've joined through Ecamm for Zoom as well. So I don't
I
know
see.
how
You
that's
threw a
being
complicated
routed
wrench in
from-
there.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually smart, though, because that gives us a chance to see what happens. We're going to pretend that you did that on purpose.
Let me
I
try
did.
something.
Sure.
I was going to try sharing my, but Doc has it set up that only one can share.
No, it says all participants.
I stopped sharing. I'll stop sharing. Go ahead, Paul.
Of all the myriad things I'm not a Zoom phenom.
Do you hear that?
No.
Nope.
Oh, hang on. I know why. Oh, this may cause slapback. We'll see.
We hear it now.
Daydreaming
Yeah.
hope.
Are you getting slapback?
No, it says something about daydreaming hoes.
Right. I had to run it through. I had to turn system audio on, and then it picked it up.
Right. I was just about to do the same thing. So, yeah, because we're using Ecamm for Zoom, I think we have to...
Oh,
have that
you called
enabled
in with
and then-
Ecamm for Zoom too, Paul?
Yep.
You guys are killing me. All right, we're gonna
you
try
want me-
something.
You want me to go out and come in?
No. Stay there. We're gonna call an audience member who is Zoom ready to call in with regular Zoom like a human. Of course, my nerds call in the regular way. It was hot, but there was no slap back on Paul's music. Paul, Tommy just called you hot.
Here you go. What can I say for 68?
Tommy's like, I take it back. I take it back.
No, I didn't mean that.
All right, so this is cool. This is cool. But you can see people like, let me speak my English. It's important to just know your audio flow, and within a couple of seconds, Paul was Paul. Tommy said pass. Paul was able to figure out what his trip was right away. Now we get to understand that your guests aren't going to be, audio phenoms, which is okay. But just understand that, be ready to help guide them through what it is. So we're going to bring in PK, my homie. And so here's PK here. Let's go ahead and add PK to the mix. And then wait for PK's camera to pop on. In Zoom, you'll see in the Zoom window, PK is muted, and his is silver because he's in Vegas and the Raiders. So I fully understand. I accept that. What's up, Mr. Video Like That? D is in the building. All right, so
it looks a little foggy.
Oh, it's foggy.
Yeah.
So I sent PK the message to unmute, and then he should unmute in a second and then pop in, and then boom.
Probably needs to wipe his
lens.
off.
And when we say get the Pro Miss, we don't mean the Pro Miss like 32. It has to be like a quarter or 8. Ooh, speaking of which, there's PK. All right, brother.
He's in the library.
So it says that you're unmuted, but we still don't hear you. I don't hear you in Zoom or in regular. I like how he got himself in the library, knowing the last time PK was in the library, he was talking to Stacy from school, trying to get the digits. Nope. Still not coming in. So this is your Zoom microphone set. There we go. There he is. What is up, PK all day?
Fam.
Nope. Still not coming in. Okay, so now you guys can hear that because Paul is on his laptop, we can actually hear us coming back through Paul. You can hear that because Paul is on his laptop. Is that you, Duncan?
Who?
Or is that Kelly?
You said
okay.
It's not me. You said Paul, and it's like no, not me.
No, that Paul. Yeah, I'm talking about PK.
I know, that's
Paul.
why I was going this way.
Now, this is going to be a common occurrence because a lot of your people are going to be like Paul, Kelly, old, no headphones. Speaking of old, let's invite Tommy in here. All right, so what I'm gonna do is once I get Tommy squared away, I'm gonna try to toggle the original sound, which is gonna degrade the quality of my audio a bit. However, it should fix us being able to hear PK backing through his own situation. But let's just wait for Tommy to catch up. And then
Good, I won't be the oldest one here now.
Oh, because Tommy? PK backing through his own situation. Let's just wait for Tommy to catch up. See, I can hear Tommy say, but he has his headphones in. Either that or it's his cochlear earplants.
Hey Doc, just to let you know, I'm hearing all kinds of stuff.
You hear what? He has his headphones in. What'd you say, Paul?
I can hear some slap back or.
Yeah, that's because you have your speakers there. It's going to do that. So what we're going to try is we're going to toggle the original sound for musician and see if this solves the problem. So I'm going to bring the window back over for everyone at Ecamm. And then you see where it says original sound for musicians up here. We're going to toggle this.
I think part of this too, Doc, is the fact that, because I had this initially, I had Zoom open and I had the Chrome browser open. So I was hearing the sound in two places because it's delayed enough that it sounds like it's the Chrome browser.
Oh, do you guys have your browser open still watching the show? You can just mute that tab.
It's muted. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
What's up, Alabama? How you doing?
My speaker turned down on the original YouTube
Oh yeah, that'll
recording.
work. That'll work.
So am I getting a slap back? Because I'm not wearing headphones, just a mic on my monitor here.
Nope, you're good.
No, you
There you go.
sound fine.
I just muted my tab.
Okay.
No, you're good.
So now I'm gonna turn this back off because it'll make the audio sound better, and then let's try. All right. So Neil, how is your week going this week?
My week is going fine. Thank you very much. Looking forward to Ecamm for Zoom going live very soon.
Dude, I'm gonna need you to make some. All right, people. I know you had a hard day. I really need you to get a good night's rest. So let's work on some of those breathings. We're gonna breathe in for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, and breathe out. I want you to go to this calm mountain place. Dude, if you made those videos, you would get millions of views. Your voice is like, I'm gonna take my ass back to bed.
He's
Tommy
got
said
that
it's NPR. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
an
Tommy said
NPR
it's
thing.
NPR.
It sounds like Bob Sweaty.
Oh, that's a good one. Hey, if you're gonna have that calm voice, that's a good one. You could. Paul sounds like Ira Glass. All right, PK, how'd your week going, brother?
My week is going awesome. Thanks for asking. It's a little bit hot here in the Central Valley. It's expected to get to about 96 degrees today.
Wow, you're about to
Is he
creep into the
California
hundreds.
Central Valley?
I am in the Central Valley, yes. Just a little north of Madera, even
Okay.
further north of Fresno.
I won't complain about our
Goodness.
near 80 degrees here in the Bay Area.
Yeah, stop it. Paul.
Actually,
When you say north of Madeira, I'm thinking of a good Madeira port, like in alcohol.
I was thinking that as well. I was like, are you in Portugal or somewhere?
Oh, that's right, Neil. You're in Portugal. You're in Lisbon, right?
That's right. No, I'm in the middle. Coimbra, near.
Nice. All right, I'm gonna give Paul the sad news. Let me see. Carrot, what are we doing today in the Lulu? 79 and feels like 79 because our temperature don't lie over here. Actually, that's crazy. When it's humid, it'll be like 79 feels like 100. Yeah, today is good. Today's a good day. Light and no volcanoes doing anything weird. All right. So, Tommy, Alabama, how are they going to fare in the SEC this year?
Who knows? Got a new coach, but he's won everywhere he's been, so we're expecting the same.
Yo,
And by the
everybody
way, it's
sounds
80
good.
it's 85 here in Alabama. So
Dude, Shaka says it's 93 in the Las Vegas. Muting the browser was something I learned after much embarrassment. The delay sign was driving me crazy until I figured it out. Thanks, Daryl. And my other brother, Daryl. Actually, I have a brother, Daryl. So it's actually pretty funny.
yeah, I mean, the thing is, if the delay is short, it's more than likely feeding back from like a speaker or something like that. If there's any length in that delay, then more than likely there's a browser open someplace because you're getting the stream
Okay,
delay.
I got a spam comment from Louisiana, and it said, GeoX Tigers.
go Tigers.
I know it's Go Tigers. I'm just harassing
Yeah.
Jeremy.
Geox.
Geox the Tigers. Geox is a hole in
Maybe
the
I
back
should-
of your
maybe I should
stereo
ban him.
where you put in another cable so that you can connect in like an old cassette decks. That's what the Geox is. Shaka says, lost wages. Haven't heard that in a while. Guys, this is good. The quality is good. The audio is good. And if you remember, I did switch back off original sound once we figured out that PK had his browser tab. So in your list of things that have your guest check, make sure that, you know, that it is normal that they want to see themselves in the show. There's two ways to do that in Chrome. I'll come over here real quick and I'll go to the tube view and I'll do yotube.com/ecamm. See if it bings it. Oh, it's Ecamm Live. I knew that. I work here. Oh, why are you being weird? Anyway. So if I go here, and you see the little circle there that tells us that we're live. Go here. So someone will be listening. You can have them do this. This is one way, but there is an occasion, especially when you have a sticky mouse like I have, where you'll go to move the slider and the slider will move with the mouse. So it's also, you can right click up here and just say mute this site. And then it doesn't matter if they accidentally turn this, it'll go off. And before you hang out with them, just remind them to click on the tab and say unmute this site. Hang out with them, just remind them to click on the tab. Wow, dude, the latency for my YouTube today is good. That's kind of like right there. So just remember to have your guests mute the tab, especially if they're trying to watch the show at the same time. That's whether you're using Ecamm for Zoom or not. Mute the tab or mute the YouTube situation. I normally tell them if they have another device like a phone or whatever, look at it from there and then put a headphone in it so that way it doesn't make a noise. It's like he's the other brother, Daryl. Exactly. Exactly. All right, this is cool. Where did Gretchen say? Hey, Gretchen. I thought she's still in Arizona. We would not ask her how hot it is. It is probably 150 over there. Oh, yeah, I was there. And I always sneak behind the curtain to go to the bathroom. So I always just roll in the back confidently, like I'm, in the Freemans or whatever. I just go back there. I told Mary Lou and Eden too, because otherwise we got to walk all the way out to the big bathroom. But the way the convention center is, they have bathrooms behind what's supposed to be the end of the curtains. I like, just go back there. Nobody's in those bathrooms and they're clean. All right, so this is very cool. And so far the audio is great. Now, I wonder if the people at home could actually hear a difference in the audio if we switch off this musician sound. Now, I switch on or off. I forget. See, I think I screenshotted which was which. Now that I mucked with it, I won't remember. I swear that thing drives me crazy. Oh, there you go.
Mine's
PK,
on.
you came in through. You came in through. Perfectly fine. We do have a question. Will guests be able to respond to chats on live stream from Ecamm at some point? I'm missing something. What do you mean? Will guests be able to respond to chats? Guests can respond to chats right now. Maybe I'm confusing the question. You guys you understand that different than me?
I think what he means is the YouTube chat that's going on at the moment isn't visible in the Zoom chat. It's the other way around. So we can chat and send messages into the YouTube chat, for example, but I'm only on Ecamm for Zoom right now. I am not seeing any of the YouTube chat coming into my Zoom meeting chat. I think that's
it don't work that way. Like the math don't math that way.
I know.
That's it's just tech. I'm never going to say impossible, but with the current technology, that's impossible. But all you do is do what I did and have this tab open. I'm brand new. And then I could come over here and be like, hey, Zoom people. Like, they can't see this, but the YouTube people can see this. So I can talk to the people that way, right? You basically need to have your YouTube tab open and they can comment to people that way. There is... Actually, Stream Social Ninja won't even solve that problem because it's a one-way pull. It's pulling the information from all the sources and consolidating it that way. But yeah, that math doesn't math because Zoom's software and then Ecamm software and then YouTube software are all doing different portions of this lift, and there's no way to combine that. Do I have a semi? Yes, I do have a semi-opaque overlay on. Here you go. Let me show you what that is, Daryl. In my options, there is a thing here that says to show the vertical safe zone. I have that on most days because I am often knowing, hey, stay here. I am often knowing that I am going to use this video to make shorts or reels or something of that nature. So I leave it there so that I can remember to stay here, right? Speaking of vertical video, and no longer exactly her thing, but she invented it. Shells. What is up, Shelly? Here comes Shelly to save the day. Literally one of my favoriteest human beings on the planet. Hope all is well with you, sis. Good to see you. Yo, this is really cool, guys. You know, it's funny when I've messed with this hanging out with Paul and Daniel and Luis, or Ken and Glenn, and, you know, us messing around in the background. I haven't done it forward facing at all. And I'm actually impressed at how simple the guys set this up. With a lot of help from Andy and David harassing Ken and Glenn, and Alec with that other Alec, the Thailand British dude. They seem to have most of the things wired. Is there anything that we missed that might cause people to freak out, Neil?
Let me think. Cause people to freak out. When you are presenting now, as an example, you should probably spotlight your main view, so everybody in the Zoom chat will always see the Ecamm production. At the moment, how I'm seeing it is that there's the gallery view at the top, and you can flip that around anyway from a Zoom perspective. But if you spotlight, you're forcing everybody to see that.
So spotlight
so
my this one.
Yeah.
Oh, man, right click, stay there. Here, buttons. Spotlight for every people.
Bingo.
And then
Right.
I'm going to do, I can hide myself view. That only affects me though, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but right now with demo mode, that freaks everybody out.
Yep.
So if I do this, it looks
100
normal to you,
million
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. All right. So you heard it from Neil. Let's make sure we cover that again so everybody knows. When you're in your actual Zoom window, what was that noise?
I have no idea what
Ignore that.
Are you getting bombed, Paul?
No, there's a tornado warning, but it's not me.
The only one
That
that's
was
in
not
tornado
me.
country is Tommy. They say
Not
Dub
me.
is good over here.
This one's in Nebraska.
Nebraska,
okay.
Nebraska. That would be Andy. No, not Andy. Who's in Nebraska? Which one of us? One of us is in Nebraska. Oh, Matthew. Ooh, I'm going to text Matt O'Brien and ask him, hey, are you getting a tornado warning? Matt O'Brien's in Nebraska. Okay, so let's do this again to make sure everybody is good gravy. In here, now ours looks weird because I'm in live demo mode. Yours without live demo mode won't look this psycho. But Neil says, go to view and make sure that you spotlight yourself. So in my case, let me put this back on gallery. Oh, I have self view hidden. Blah, blah. Undo that. Okay, on this is what you normally look like. So yourself and then all your guests. You want to click on the three dots right here at the top, which is these three. And you're going to come down and then you're going to spotlight yourself. So if I take off remove for a second and then click this, come down, make sure you spotlight yourself, and that makes it easier for the people who are in Zoom to see what's going on. And then let's just say Neil was my my guest of honor, and the other people like Paul and Tommy were audience, then I could also add a spotlight to Neil. So we would always be at the feature and everybody else is kind of chilling in the audience, so to speak. You know what I mean? And then, how did Tommy disappear? There we go. I don't know what I did there, but this will make your whole situation look better. I heard Anna laughing on her way in here. There she is. What's up, sis? ¿Qué pasa? All right. When I have guests on my YouTube live stream, they can see live comments but cannot respond without having the live stream open on their browser. Yes. It has nothing to do with Ecamm. We're going to take Ecamm in this conversation and throw it out the window. Okay? Ecamm doesn't exist. You've never heard of it. You cannot respond to comments on the live stream without being on the live stream. That's just life. That has nothing to do with Ecamm. So don't conflate those two because that'll make your brain go crazy. If you were live streaming from a sock, your people could not respond to those comments unless they have the tab open. So I have the tab open. I leave the tab open 24/7. I just have it muted. So down here, you don't notice that it's muted because I have it muted from the top. If you right click here, I have it muted. But just to make this easier to understand, I'll mute it here. And so this stays open so that I can comment to people. Now, in Ecamm, we're cool. You can respond to people in the chat window. And down here, there is an opportunity to see I can chat to YouTube or chat to the Zoom chat, and I can make them separate. Say the Zoom people are paid members of my community, right? And I could be like, download, I can't type fast. Download your bonus.
Didn't get any money for doing this.
Bonus content with this link. And then, okay, don't actually click that link. So that comment only went to Tommy and Neil and Paul Kelly and Paul. If I clicked on this one, this comment will only go to YouTubers. And the Zoom people won't see this. Okay, that's only going to go to the YouTube people. Right? So if you have it set for both, then the comment will go to both sides. Yeah, so just don't confuse the fact that there's no way to comment to a YouTube video without going to the actual YouTube page, with the exception of in Ecamm, because we have our API set up that way. That's technically nothing to do with Ecamm for Zoom, but yeah, it's just the way it is. So I hope that makes sense. I can see how that can get confusing. There's an alarm sound. Oh, let's ignore that. The next thing you know, you see Paul on fire running through the house, grabbing the cat, or Maestro grabbing Paul, one or the other. Let's see. Paul, he's crazy. Test from the Zoom app. Oh, that's Tommy. I was like, what the heck is a Bama Magic? Hello, I know exactly what it is. It's all. So this is, you typed that from inside Zoom. So that's Tommy's coming through with the Zoom. That looks cool. All right. How about not using a browser with YouTube open, but let's say using, the friendly streaming application. What friendly streaming application? Medano. Oh, I know what we're gonna do. We're going to click on the thumb on the live stream because only 9 people clicked. There we go. Somebody figured it out. It's not the same, Anna. You cannot just type LOL because we all know good and well that you do not laugh like that. Okay? We all know that your laugh would be much bigger L's and way longer. So you cannot just with the cute little, because I've never heard you do that. All right. This is Amazeballs. What the heck is, I'm not Googling, I don't Google weird things. What the heck is the friendly streaming application? It's in the Mac App Store and it's free. Okay. That's funny, Tommy. This is cool. All right, so let's do this one last test. I'm gonna flip off. There you go. That's much better, Anna. That's much better. I'm gonna bring this back. I'm gonna flip off the musician sound. Well, that sounds weird. I'm gonna toggle the musician sound and see if our audio sounds any different. Oh, I know one thing that we should test, because people are gonna ask. Before I change that, people are gonna ask about the ability to have a sound that is like BGM, background music. So I'm gonna go to epidemic real quick in the browser. Let me bring this to the front of source. Jazz, that's a good generate. We'll go to jazz, and then I want jazz instrumentals. These sound good. I don't see any vocal mics on any of this. All right, so we're gonna play this. It's a little loud. We should go lo-fi. let me log in real quick, because when you're picking your background music, people, you want background music that doesn't have too much phrasing and instrumentation. And if those words don't mean nothing to you, I can't explain it to you. But yeah, you want light instrumentation and light phrasing, and you want light like phrasing from the forward melodic instrument. So that's what lo-fi is for, low fidelity. And that way it doesn't compete against you talking. Right? I'm gonna take this. Is that loud to you guys on Zoom?
No.
Can you hear it?
Anyway.
Nice.
Yeah, we heard
just-
it.
All right.
Nothing now, but
It's very quiet in the background. I can just about hear it.
Actually, but looking at the wave here, that one is low. Let's try one that seems more obnoxious.
That's better.
Right? So you take that, peel it back just a smidgen. And then, so you can just have your Chrome browser open. The only thing that I would tell you to do is go through this playlist and eliminate the ones that have microphones, because someone singing, especially with the explicit lyric, is going to bother you. So what you do is you can select all of this and make this a playlist, and then you look for all of the ones that have microphones and delete those from the playlist. All right? All right, cool. That's simple. So you can move that to the side over here. Okay, now Scott said he can hear it now. And then Tommy, you are back, and you are back. So there's two Tommies. We always knew that he has split personality.
I was actually testing from the YouTube chat window and the Zoom chat window, so they both came through pretty quick.
Yeah. Oh, so the speed of commenting is good. That's nice to hear. All right. So now that we have that playing, now we'll do the switch to see if the change in this tab will mess with anything or change the audio quality. So I'm just going to press this button and give it like 5 seconds.
Yeah, the music's gone because of the noise suppression. So your music
Yeah,
is
see, there you go. So if you're trying to play BGM, background music, and you have this toggle to off, the noise suppression is going to kill that background music. And I don't know if you can do both. Wait, wrong preference. Let me see if I can turn off noise suppression.
I think you can turn it to low, and that should work.
It's actually off here.
But is Zoom doing, what setting have you got in Zoom? What does it say? For
I have
can't
Zoom
read it
set
around.
for original musicians off.
But your, I can't read your thing. I must zoom it in. What does it say? Oh, thank you. Oh, that's interesting.
Correct?
Right. Oh, because Ecamm for Zoom is controlling what this is doing. You'd have to set it to manual in the preferences and Ecamm, and then it would allow you to change those audio settings within your preferences.
There you go. All right, that makes sense. Well, I could also cheat and do it through System Audio, which I just don't install because I have a Rodecaster Pro. Right? If I had System Audio installed, this will also work because it'll just be differently. But anyway, let's switch this back for now. And then the BGM works. So just know that if you're trying to play BGM or background music and it's not working, check your Zoom noise suppression. Again, yo, listen, all you guys are going to get a minor degree in audio engineering playing with this stuff. The more complex you try to add something else. Okay? That's why I said in the beginning, consider most of y'all have no clue what you're doing. Start with this. Start with your USB microphone and forget your Rodecaster Pro for a second. If this is all you got, then you're going to have to take the time to learn audio that I've been yelling for 3 years. And people say, I don't want to know how to use audio. I just want it to work. Well, good luck with that, Mary. Now you got to figure this out the hard way. All right. Let me turn that off because it's going to start singing bad words and we don't want it to do that. All right, cool. The beta stuff that's going on in Zoom is out of my Kuleana. I work at Ecamm. I don't know if you know that, but I work at Ecamm. I don't work at Zoom. So anything that's in the beta tabs in Zoom, that's them. You got to check their website, their tech support, their whatever. I have no clue what it is, and I'm not pressing it because I don't know what it's going to do. I'll press it when I'm playing around, but I personally don't use Zoom like that. Everything that everybody else uses Zoom for, I use Discord and Ecamm. So it's going to be oh, sorry. Thanks for thanks for the Hawaiian translation, Paul Kelly, because it's a habit for us to say that. That is too funny. Sorry, people. That is normal conversation where we live. Kuleana is your responsibility or your problem. So, no, yo, if that was only for that, no, Mark, listen, that was only for that one thing. That was only for whenever you're trying to solve a problem. My typical workflow is, okay, let me back this up. One of the common things is, oh, I was doing XYZ and Ecamm did this. I was doing XYZ and Ecamm did this. And 9 times out of 10 in those conversations, Ecamm doesn't know how to do what you're blaming it for. So let's go through the list. Ecamm does not know how to generate echo. There is no generate echo button anywhere in the program. Ecamm does not know how to generate low quality video. There is no let me make the video crappy button anywhere in the program. Ecamm doesn't know how to, I can't think of some of the other ones that come through. Make your internet slow. We don't know how to do any of that. So what I say for most people is remove Ecamm from the equation, test it in QuickTime, or in this particular case, when, where'd he go? I see my brain is not that young today. When Easy High HT Tech was asking about the chat, I'm like, that's not an Ecamm thing, so let's just take Ecamm out the equation and just understand that's the way YouTube works. That's nothing to do with Ecamm. So when I say forget Ecamm in those particular situations, it's because I am saying programmatically, the thing that you're probably going to blame Ecamm for because it's the front-facing program, the program itself doesn't know how to do, so it's the easiest way. There you go again, up in my vocabulary. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Like that new thing that they added over here in the settings, yo, that wasn't there 2 days ago. So that is definitely a Zoom beta thing. And I don't have I'm not a musician anymore. I don't have any instruments to play other than my ukulele, which I am horrible at. I can do a couple of songs. So I don't need that button. I'm never going to press it. If you want to press it, knock yourself out. That's your world. I'm just a squirrel trying to get a nut. If Dragon was here, I would tell him to jump on and press that button. What is up, Roy? In the building. All right. I think we covered the basics. Now, we're going to have a whole... Oh, here we go. Hold up. I'm going to stop the stream for this. You know what it is. Wait, wrong button. There we go. I was definitely stop the stream for that. All right. Tommy says, all you need chords, 3 chords to play the blues. Actually, Tommy, you can play instrument, yeah? You're in a band. I remember now. Does your band sing my favorite song? Okay, you know when you go somewhere and there's a live band. My favorite song for any live band to sing is Mustang Sally.
Yeah. It
And
always
for-
gets questioned.
Right? That is a song that most bands can pull off, and it just sounds good. And depends on how all in the singer is. If the singer is like one of those flamboyant, like all in cats, you could turn that into a what they call it, a rug cutter.
If it's real late at night, though, Purple Rain seems to come out as a request too. So,
Oh, that person, whoever requests Purple Rain, is trying to procreate that night. That's what Sorry, Neil. Sorry, didn't mean to make you blush. All right, this is amazing, guys. I think this all works. I'm going to tell you again. I think this is really important for the recap. Make sure you back up all your scenes. Do that today. When you get back to your computer, if you're on the road, if you're like Anna and you're driving around, get back to your computer, back up your scenes today, back up your profiles today. And then after that, remember that when you bring down EFZ, Ecamm for Zoom, we're going to get used to calling it EFZ. When you bring down Ecamm for Zoom, you can put that in your applications folder alongside the regular one. You do not have to replace them. So you can have a copy without the Zoom integration and a copy with. And just in the beginning until you get all comfortable and you sort of know what's going on. And the other thing that I would say as a quick reminder, remember, if possible, start with just your USB mic. Try to remove your Rodecaster and stuff out the way because that might just confuse you. When you do get ready to go to the Rodecaster Pro, I have chat and chat in my Ecamm. So my output is set to chat. This is also set to chat. And then if I go to Zoom and look at, don't do that. If I go to Zoom and hit audio setting, it too is set to main stereo for the microphone, but I have the speaker set to chat. I don't think the microphone really matters per se, but I have the speaker set to chat because anything that makes a noise, if I don't do this, these guys will hear all slapback because the chat version has them all on mix minus. So in a nutshell, what mix minus means that Neil can hear the full mix, which is myself and Tommy and Paul and Paul and Paul and Paul and Paul. There's 5 of them. Luckily, the other 3 decided to not show up today. Y'all get on my nerves. But Neil can hear all of that, but Neil can't hear Neil. So Neil doesn't bounce back into his ear. Mix minus is the mix of everything minus Neil. And then Duncan can hear myself and Neil and Paul and Tommy, but Duncan can't hear Duncan, except for that little voice in his head that keeps telling him to take me out in my sleep at camp. So that's what mix minus means. It means the entire mix minus yourself. So that's what Rodecaster Duo Chat does. Now, if you have another mixer that is not a Rodecaster, you got to read the manual. As Mark said, you got to read the manual to find out what the mix minus channel is. Oh, we talking about Freebird. That's another good one. Everybody got to bring out their big lighters. Oh, that's funny. I know what Tommy plays. Tommy closes the night. I'm going to just guess. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. Okay, you're the magician here. You guys end the night with Sweet Home Alabama. Yes or no?
Depends on the venue, because if you have that crowd that's trying to get the flowers around their neck, if you know what I mean, you typically play Wonderful Tonight, that last slow dance.
Well, that's a good song too. Oh, we're gonna have to. We had Christmas concert like 2 years ago. We're gonna have to bring back all of the talented people in Ecamm. And good Lord, we got some talented folks. We're gonna have to bring back another Ecamm variety show and music night. Tommy did magic that night. Felicia read Night Before Christmas, had everybody just like swooning over her voice. Now she's got to do a duet. It's a duet when you're reading with Neil and Felicia, reading a book. You can do 3 Little Pigs or something. Jeremy can play the Cajun Jug Band. You got the jugs with the X's on it. All right, that was nobody liked my joke. All right, never mind you guys. I thought you guys were my friends. All right, so we covered that. We got that. Oh, I see, Paul. Sing us a song, you're a piano man. Tommy, you can ask anything you want, brother. Here, let's switch over.
The Rode
Hi.
interview mic, does
Yes, sir.
it come with a new Rode receiver?
No. I think they might have a bundle where you can get that, but typically no. It's its own little doodad.
So is it designed to basically interface with the Rodecaster Pro series, like duos and twos?
Yes. So anything that has the new radios, so the Rodecaster Pros, the Rodecaster Go, man, I hate these words. Rode, I love you. I hate these words. Let me get this correct. The Rodecaster Pro 2, the Rodecaster Duo, the Streamer X, the Rode Wireless Go 2, and the Rode Wireless Pro, and the Rode Wireless Me. Any of the Gen 2 Rode products this can connect to. And
So
what's really
I'm
cool,
assuming
Tommy,
the original.
this has a record button, and now it's recording into the microphone, which is
Okay.
cool.
Hang on a second. This is the camera right here,
Hey, how
That's
you doing,
Doc.
Sam?
My wife Sandra. Doc has met her, and
Yeah, how are you
wrote
doing?
Fred.
Hey,
I'm
Sam.
good. How are you doing?
Look, I didn't know there was a Target run. I'd have put in my order. I need some
Hey, I
Pepperidge
love
Farm
Target.
Chessman cookies.
RJ.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Good to see you.
If she
Yo.
knew we were live, she wouldn't have walked in the room. So,
Same as Karen. Exact same thing.
my question, follow-up was, is the original Rode Wireless Go receiver compatible? I don't hear that on the list.
It's not compatible with anything because the type of radio that allows this new stuff to happen got invented after that particular series. So I have one too. I'm gonna sell it just to somebody who just needs something because the 2 series got all of this. But the cheapest route is to get a Me because it's like 120 or 140, and then you could add the microphone to it. But I like this just because it's a very familiar feel as opposed to like holding a little box up to somebody's face. This seems so weird, you know? This feels like I know what I'm doing. Wedding singing.
Well, I'll tell you, there's not a lot of difference between it and your SM7B. It sounds really good.
Phenomenal.
So, all right, I'm going back on mute.
You don't have to call me darling. Man, listen, Roy. Yeah, good to see. So this is very cool. And Gretchen has a very important statement here. Time to make a pre-show Zoom-specific checklist. And I'm going to agree with that wholeheartedly. You're going to have to come through and rethink how you do your checklist and do your pre-show and all of the above. But yes, absolutely flawless. All right, I'm going to turn this down and stop recording. 32-bit float, Tommy, directly into the handle. So if you're in a loud environment, you need a backup recording, it's there. And then PK is right. Remember to mute that browser audio. All right, gang, we're going to wrap this Ecamm for Zoom specialized demo up. Be prepared. Just get ready. Back your stuff up. Back up your computer. Back up everything because it's coming. It's going to be a lot of fun. Because you guys happen to be in this early training today where we're just kind of, testing things out. If you see people in the community struggling, try to remember what you learned today and see if you can help them out or send them our way. Let me give Pharaoh a link for that microphone. It's super dope. I am so in love with it. I've been playing a lot with it. Thank you, Mark, for your good questions as always. And we got a couple more weeks until the Euros. I'm excited. Rode Interview Pro. Yeah, I think it sounds better. I had some turkeys on TikTok tell me that it doesn't sound any different than holding a little box in front. And I'm like, bro, you can save money not buying this mic because you need to spend it on an audiologist. There's a huge difference. There you go. Let's get this. I think Tommy, one of the reasons why it sounds so good, considering how small it is because this is actually a condenser mic. So, condenser mics tend to be a little bit more sensitive and things of that nature. Thank you, Daryl. I appreciate you. This was really good. Somebody posited a question recently about what would be a good shotgun mic for, internally into a studio. Like, what's a good shotgun mic designed for indoors? No such thing. Okay, so let's take that off the table. Now, the only one that hits good is the Sennheiser 416. And I know that freaks people out because it's a $1,500 mic. You might get lucky and find it very occasionally for like $1,000, but normally you're looking at Sennheiser MKH 416 is going to be roughly 1,500 bones. If you find it for $1,000, snatch it. That's the only one that kind of sort of sounds good inside. That's not what they're designed for. So they just, everything else is really, really good. There's a good Rode one too, but that's the answer. And I know that makes people go crazy. They can't tell the difference in the microphone because they're watching from a Samsung phone. Actually, for some reason, Pharaoh, it doesn't seem to catch too much background noise. I enjoy it. Just know it's Amazon or Best Buy even carries it, right? If you get it from Amazon or Best Buy, you just give it back if you don't like it. So, super cool. Super cool. All right, guys, if you guys don't have any questions, I'd like to thank my esteemed colleagues. When you do magic and you ask for a lovely assistant, you always hope that you get a good, lovely assistant. I got Paul and Neil. My game isn't as good as Tommy. Thank you, PK. Good to see you, brother. And everyone, thank you guys. This has been phenomenal. Next week, there's going to be lots of shows. Make sure you're paying attention to ENN on Monday. Anna and Fulgens are going to talk about the official release. They're going to have some special guests and stuff on. And then I'm going to be doing a ton of guest appearances on office hours and a couple of the Mac Tech shows, so forth, so on, etc. This is a very, very big deal for the Ecamm fam. Now, if you haven't done so already, I'm going to highly, highly, highly suggest you put in your affiliate application now, because this add-on is going to bring a whole bunch of brand new people to Ecamm. And if they come in through your link, and what is it? What was the calculation, Paul? If you sell 4 or 5 of them, that covers your entire subscription for the year. Right? And trust you me, I had my Ecamm affiliate going when the pandemic first popped. Yo, it is easy money. It is easy money. Because you're going to show up in Zoom. You're going to be looking all cool and sounding all cool. You're going to look like Neil. And then people are going to be like, how do I look like that? And you say, here, you need this. And then if you're smart like Neil, you make them buy a Sonnet and a Decklink card like I did from his Amazon affiliate link.
last month, the affiliate program bought me an Insta360 X4.
There you go.
Wow.
There
Congrats.
you go. Dang. I'm going to convert that link to my name. I can't get affiliate. Damn it. Yes. So definitely, if you haven't done so already, Paul, please press that button on your Stream Deck that drops a link into the chat. Definitely sign up for it, gang, because this particular upgrade right now with Ecamm for Zoom will definitely bring more boys to the yard. So you want to, possibly get in a little fun. If nothing else, it'll give you some extra vacation money for the summer. All right, cool. You guys got anything you want to announce?
Find the link.
Oh, man, what did I just do to Tommy and Paul? Jesus, that was horrible. Oh, my God, I shrank Tommy. Honey, I shrank the Tommy. Don't do that. That was horrible. Paul, you can't find your Stream Deck? I thought you were Stream Deck king.
Found it. I got it.
Ooh,
I
you know
couldn't
what?
find the right link. Here it is.
That's a good question, Neil. Is there anything Stream Deck specific that we should think about? Because I didn't mess with my Stream Deck for a minute. I was on the road.
So there is a new implementation for Stream Deck for Ecamm for Zoom. So you'll have a whole bunch of new Stream Deck icons and integration. So once you download the new version of, well, the Ecamm Beta has it as well, you'll get a whole Stream Deck profile dedicated to Ecamm for Zoom. So you can do a lot of different actions and functions within your Stream Deck directly now into Ecamm for Zoom, which is cool.
Dude, that is good. I'm looking here and see what I see.
It's a whole
that's
new
different.
profile in there.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right, cool. So yeah,
there's two profiles now. There's a standard Ecamm profile with all your traditional buttons, and then there's a new Ecamm for Zoom, which has all the Zoom specific workflows in the profile, which is cool.
The whole new world.
a whole new world.
I was just going to say one thing, Doc, if I may, just let people know that all the cameras that come in to your Ecamm production from your Zoom participants are able to be controlled and fully updated with the camera effects. So you can apply zoom and pan, change the color and everything else. So it's the same workflow as you would do in interview mode, for example.
So I have Tommy here, and if I press on these three buttons right here, I have show in a separate window, show in the source monitor, remove, add a placeholder, so forth, and etc. Right? So if I do on the real camera switcher, if I do a plus, add a placeholder, and then select this guy, come down here and select Bama Magic, boom. I have a Harry Potter wand, which I can press, which brings up these camera effects. So I can go to zoom and pan, and I can slightly embiggen the Tommy, and then if I update, boom, you got a bigger Tommy. And then I can do that. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to see if there was, his credit card on that screen back there, I could do that. But it doesn't. It has Albert
To make
Einstein.
him look older, you can add sepia.
Look, we can put Tommy in appropriate time period. Oh my God. You know what I just thought of, Tommy? The old, when you used to sing, kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit. I don't know why. That just dawned on me just in that exact moment. If Tommy was in witness protection program, I would be able to do that as well. So good one, Neil. That is correct. You can add adjustments. Again, I always try to tell people to have their camera squared away, as much as possible ahead of time. But if for some reason they don't, you do still have that control. And during the time of this setup, if you look inside here under recordings, I have my A camera and B camera being recorded by Ecamm. I did not check interview and Zoom guests. I'm going to break this. Let's find out. Okay, that didn't break anything. So now for the last part of this in my folder, I will have recordings for each of these individual people. I also believe if I go into the camera effects and I select Neil, no, it's not showing it to me. It's not showing it to me. Oh yeah, but you do, like Neil said, I could flip someone. So for instance, if Paul's camera was not the way I wanted it to be, I could use the where's the mirror? And then I could flip Paul. Or we can just put Paul like that. And then put Neil like that. That's super stupid. Like Paul's falling off the screen.
Hey, Doc.
Yes.
I'm coming in through the Zoom app, and I've noticed that in this, I guess, entryway in, when I mute myself on the Zoom screen, the space bar does not unmute me like it typically does in Zoom. Almost like a microphone that's got a talk switch on it. the space bar would normally mute or unmute you if you're on mute in Zoom. You guys from Zoom know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, it's not the same implementation. That's why it doesn't work for me either in that way. This is a whole self-contained Zoom instance.
Yeah, we're not actually. I don't have
residing
Zoom
within
open on my
Ecamm.
computer. It's not that I
but
can't
the spacebar
open
for
it.
Zoom does work in the native app. That's right.
Yeah. So Ecamm for Zoom. Okay, if you think about the way we do a widget, which there is a little Chrome window running. So we have a full implementation of Chrome that runs inside Ecamm. Ecamm for Zoom is a full implementation of Zoom inside of Ecamm. Well, as full as it could be with what they'll legally allow us to do. So there is some slight differences. Most of them will be negligible, but yeah, I guess that mute spacebar is one. I can send that info to Ken and Glenn to see if there's a way to fix it. There may or may not be able to do so. If there is, I'll let them know and see if they can squeeze it in before Tuesday. Boom. Camp is all sold out.
For people that are really accustomed to Zoom, I think they would probably look for that if they use Zoom a lot, because everybody seems to promote the idea of muting yourself while you're listening and using the space bar to talk when you are required to do so. So anyway, I just happened to notice that. So
All right.
for what it's worth.
I will pass it through. Yeah, I use a Stream Deck button. So I guess it's slightly different. All right, gang, we all going to run because Neil's got to run, so we're going to run too. I need more caffeine. This was awesome.
I'm assuming that people have actually tried to use the Zoom and the guest mode simultaneously, and it works.
It's supposed to work. I haven't tried it, but it should be zero problem whatsoever. Paul, you want to drop Zoom and call back on my link real quick?
Me? Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to leave Paul's window up there just to show you what happens.
Sorry, I had to find the right one. You want me to drop out of Zoom?
Yep.
Okay.
And then call me on my regular link. In theory, it shouldn't change anything
So he'll be coming in as a guest now.
on Ecamm.
Yes.
Let me open this back up. Yeah, Jeremy said tried it last week. See, Paul just rang. I hit the button. I assigned Paul to guest one. And then I just, boop. What's up, Paul?
Hello again.
Long time no see. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed this. Paul's audio immediately got better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little hotter.
That is this. And because of that, now we were using that musicians mode or off. I had it, on purpose because we were trying to let the background music play. So that does, like I said, when you use that mode, it does mess with your audio. So people are like, but my guest doesn't want to wear headphones. Cool. If you insist on hosting a party and letting the guest tell you what to do, then you get weaker audio. If you're the host of the party and you be like, listen, people, in Waianae, we don't wear shoes in the house, bro. Take your shoes off. And somebody says no, we tell them, okay, cool, go back to the mainland. We don't let them in the house. If you let your guests tell you, no, I'm not wearing headphones, that's on you, but you're going to get lower quality audio and there's nothing you can do about it. So I make the guests wear headphones. That's it. And it's a choice, right? It's an absolute choice. So, Paul definitely comes in different, but then you can mix that. You do have a interview guest slider and a Zoom guest slider. So if you want to spend the time to mix that and get it so that it sounds exactly sweet, you can, because they are separate in Ecamm. But just understand that musicians mode does take the audio down just a wee bit because it's doing some extra processing. There you go. All right, gang. Thank you, PK. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, PD.
Yep.
Sounds like police department. This has been cool. Thank you. Oh, she's driving back. Now she is in Oregano. Safe trip. Gretchen, drive safely. Thank you, Jeremy, for not showing up. No, I'm joking. We'll see you guys on the flip. I love you guys. Peace out. A-Town Stomp. Mahalo.
Coming straight